Leeds 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, it's like Groundhog Day. Welcome back to the Just Joe football show. My name is Joe. This is the Leeds United fan channel, and there's nothing to fucking talk about. I thought today would be Farke Day. Unfortunately, it's looking bleak. Yeah, it's looking poor. I am getting stressed, bro. I wish I couldn't be stressed, but I've just even been to the gym. I haven't been to the gym for ages. I thought, I think I'm going to go to the gym. I'm stressed out. I'd say clanging and banging, but I ain't got the facilities to be clanging and banging. More a case of like knocking pans together. Yeah, I just thought we'd hear something, man. Just give me something. You know, yeah, man. Just something. But there is nothing. But we will go through the latest news, you know, the transfer news, etc. That's come out. Apparently Rodrigo's, there's issues with his move to Sevilla. Apparently they can't agree on a deal, so it looks like he might be going to the Far East. Let's have a look. 1 to 10 on Sky. Yeah, I think he's got the job. Like, under no illusions there that he's got the job. I'm not concerned about that, especially when you consider as well that Patrick Vieira, he's going to Strasbourg, so that's all but confirmed. Obviously, Todd Bowley and Chelsea bought Strasbourg. They've put him in charge there. There's there's no one else really that. I suppose this Scott Parker, but I don't see that happening. I think we're all in agreement that Daniel Farke's got the job. I just thought there's moving in silence. There's, this is how the San Francisco 49ers operate, and there's just absolutely not saying anything. Mr. Amthrop, I listened to TalkSport. I don't think he dissed it. I don't think he dissed it at all. I don't think he did. He did. He had something. Well, he didn't say something about Jesse without saying something about Jesse. Do you know what I mean? Because he said, "Listen, it's not for me to normally stay quiet." But he kept pretty quiet, didn't he, about it? But he said the stuff that I heard about the regimes that came before were not good. So, someone's just said there's a lot going on outside Ellen Road, 2 blacked out Merc vans and lots of cameras. I think it's only a matter of time. Where's the proof? Where's the pictures? People are on the wind up. If he's there, then show me. Someone's just said, well, show me then. He's not showing up the pictures. My mate was actually at Ellen Road earlier on, Danny. Big up to Danny, and I'll show you the pictures he sent. It looked more like a conference to me. Just give us 1 sec. But this is what we're like. He sent me this. There's people up there, but I say it looks more like a conference. What else did he send me? This guy outside. This was a guy outside Ellen Road. An S-Line Audi, quite a posh car. That was another one. This is what we're clutching, you see. Also, all the curtains being drawn, which could insinuate there's a good meeting, or it might just be the sun is shining. But this is what it is, right? It sends us all into mad ones. People saying it's on Twitter. Where? Show me. If you can see the picture on Twitter, show me. Please tag me in it, and then I can have a look. Because until I see it, then I can't comment. But someone's saying there's a lot going on. And someone said, "What's your source?" He said, "My eyeballs." Take a picture then. If you can tweet, then you can take a picture. Which leads me to believe he's on the wind up. Yeah. That's what it looks like. I said to my mate, because he went to go pick something up, I said, go and ask him. He went, nah, I've got to go back to work. But yeah, he looks like a guy just waiting for the bus. Daniel Farke's agent, perhaps. I don't know. It is what it is. But this is where we're at, though, man. Like, I'm stressing. Come on. Yeah, he's yeah, he's gonna be doing a madness, isn't he? Might be getting another one. Oh yeah, imagine. It's mad. Look, it's been confirmed now that Patrick Vieira is going to go and manage Strasbourg. So it's just a, a clear run, isn't it? It's a clear run now for Daniel Farke. But yeah, I thought we'd get an announcement, but I'm not. What all these people that are saying, okay, and I want to be able to ask them the question. Like, I listen to a lot of podcasts, listen to all the journalists and all that sort of stuff. I sample as much content, and a lot of it at the minute is the 49ers can't employ a manager because of the EFL. I don't believe that to be true. It might be, but the reason I say that is, how come we were allowed to employ Nick Hammond? Why is Nick Hammond in a job? Who signed Nick Hammond's contract? It's the same principle, surely. It might not be. And if someone could tell me otherwise, then please do. But why aren't we getting... Yeah, and also, Jamie, great point. Huddersfield, while they were going through the process, looking like they were all but relegated, employed Neil Warnock. You know what I mean? Surely. So, no, I think Jamie's right. I think they can make an appointment, so they need to. If he's got the job, fucking tell us. I'm not asked about no big fanfare of, he's the takeover and here's your new boss. Whoop-de-doo. Just give us the fucking manager. Just tell us he is going to get the job. That's it. Or at least say, don't worry, Leeds fans. When the EFL goes through, he's your man. That's all we need. That's all we need. But there's nothing. I'm not sure I can quite get on board. And listen, I might be wrong, but with this, I can't get on board with it because we were able to employ Nick Hammond. So, I don't know. Pre-season starting Sunday yet. They'll be back. We were told before Sunday, but Saturday, really? Sunday morning, really? I'm not sure. I thought it would be today, genuinely. Yeah, to be fair, Joe, it's amazing how many times trying to apply logic just gives one a headache. Exactly. Embrace lovable nonsense. It is just that at the minute. It's brutal, isn't it? Yeah, it is, Stuart. Worst kept secret of all time. It's just bleak. Just nothing going on. It's difficult. It's difficult to even create content. Oh, yeah, we move. Right, let me just have a drink. One sec. Right, okay. So let's go through the latest news then that is out there. First one being this. We touched on it yesterday. Again, I still think it's a madness. Let's have a look at the article. So this is, of course, the news that Robin Koch may be on his way to Napoli to replace Kim Min-jae. Unfortunately, we're not going to get a fee. You'd imagine as well. We'd have been able to command an okay fee. I think, what did we pay for Robin Koch? It was only about 17 or something like that. But yeah, according to Sky Italia journalist Di Marzio, who is like top tier in Italy, was doing Fabrizio Romano stuff before Fabrizio Romano was Fabrizio Romano, if that makes sense. And apparently he's on a short list of replacements alongside Ko Itukaru of Borussia Mönchengladbach, obviously previously. Daniel Farke's job before getting the Leeds one. So yeah, listen, this could just be agent talk. I'd imagine it is, because if Llorente, if Napoli, after winning City A, go and improve their squad by bringing in Robin Koch, something's amiss. Something's amiss. They've had to sell Kim Min-jae, obviously. I think he had a £50 million release clause. That's been exercised by Bayern Munich, and they're looking at a replacement. And that replacement's going to be Robin Flaccid, which is a mad one. We need his agent. We need his agent because, yeah, if he goes to Napoli, like, listen, he's been linked to Spurs, Newcastle, Man United, now Napoli, Freiburg. When, for me, like Palace, go Palace. If Joachim Andersen goes to Newcastle, that's his level. I don't understand it personally, but yeah. There's a piece being put together about Gus Hamer, how he could potentially be the next Matthias Klick. Obviously, there's a lot of names that keep getting linked to Leeds United from the Championship. There's a few that we're going to write off. Obviously, we've seen Gyökeres of Coventry City being mentioned many, many times. But listen, Gyökeres will go to the Premier League or Sporting Lisbon. They've been linked for quite a few weeks now, or he might stay a year, see out the rest of his deal if Coventry don't want to sell him. Oh, I've muted myself. Sorry, I clicked it. You can hear me now, yeah? All good. We're back. Sorry about that, folks. I must have touched it. So Graham Smith's done a piece published 30th of June at 1:50. So yeah, not too long ago now. And it is just about, it's the same. It's the same. And I listened to the Inside Ellen Road podcast the other day, this morning, actually. Very disdainful, Joe. And it was a good listen, as is always the case. And Graham said, like, they're struggling to write things, struggling to sort of like fill up the columns, if you like. As are we, right? As are we. Lockie, again, hi Joe, you're good. Both Huddersfield and Birmingham appointed managers and players during their takeovers. Exactly. So this notion that it's like they want a big fanfare, isn't it? EFL approval, and then look, we've brought you this new man. You know what I mean? And just having a quick scan over the piece. Again, there's nothing really there to it. Like, obviously, it's a good piece. Go read it. I don't mean it like that, but there's nothing new out there. No new news. It's just the same news that we're putting out there, as I am as well, right? Yeah, it's just another news piece just to say, look, logic tells you that's going to be it, and when we get the EFL ratification, that'll be announced, you know. So, but it doesn't need to wait for EFL ratification, does it? Yeah, that tag, Harry, that tag you tagged me in from yesterday. I seen that, brother. But let's get back to these Championship players. So yeah, apparently Gus Hamer is someone Leeds United could look to. I've heard a lot about Gus Hamer, seen little bits and bats, and of course he'd be one that I'd definitely be looking at. I think he's only got 1 year left on his deal, or maybe coming to the end of his deal. But again, I think Coventry will be hard to operate with. You know, I think it'll be a hard deal to get done, especially when you hear their stance on Gyökeres. I think they're saying, look, 25 million plus, otherwise he's staying for a year. Would rather keep him for a year and have another crack at promotion. Obviously, played in the playoffs this time around. So yeah, this article saying he's very much like Matthias Klick, or in that mold. Another player I want to talk about as well is Max Aarons, because obviously a lot of people have said we should go after Jamal Lewis and Max Aarons, but breaking news. This is from Talk Sport, saying that Norwich defender Max Aarons is going to, or is wanted by West Ham. I think it'd be a decent buy for them, for sure. I know previously they've looked at youngish. I don't know how old Max Aarons is now, but they've looked to the Championship. You know, they bought Sam Byram, if you remember. They bought Ben Rama, Jared Bowen in the past, even Jordan Hugill. So I think Max Aarons has already let people know Carrow Road is leaving, and I know a lot of Leeds fans would have looked at him as a potential signing, but it looks like he could be on his way to the Premier League. To be honest, I'm surprised he's not there already, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure why no one's picked him up before now, but that's another one you can sort of like knock off your list of potential potential signatures. Ryan, I think, yeah, this was basically on the 49ers kind of thing, wasn't it, on the Inside Ellen Road pod? But as a fan, right now, I'm just like, forget the fanfare, forget all the adulation. Like, here's the new takeover, and now look at our manager. Like I said a bit ago, just give us the fucking manager, will you? Do you know what I mean? It's frustrating. But yeah, on to players, obviously. Next week, like Monday, Tuesday, that sort of stuff, me and Andrea are going to do the 5 potential signings in each area of the pitch. So that's going to be saved for next week, because my thumbnail guy's at the wrestling and I want to make sure it's got a nice thumbnail. You'll notice I'm just using stock images at the minute. It's looking mad. Oh, Marco, get off that. Why do you do that, man? Stop it, will you? Honestly, this dog, yeah, he just chews my son's toys. Yeah, he's got his own, do you know what I mean? Got the fish and that. And you just want to sit there and chew my son's toys. It pisses me off and I can't get him note. Nah, I'm sure that can't be the thing. I'm sure that can't be the thing. So yeah, we move. This must be a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, it's a nightmare not just for me. I think for journalists and that as well. Based on what Graham was saying, it's looking bleak. I think Phil Hayes took his holiday at the right time, hasn't he? Right. Okay. So let's move. Let's go on to the next stories, and we'll touch on them. So yeah, Graham Smith's done a piece again. Not really anything in there that's changed. The direction. It looks like. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to move. Right, okay, let's move on to this. So again, we've already spoken about this, but it's been reported furthermore that Leo Hjelde could be allowed to leave this summer if the right offer arrives, and Salernitana, I've probably butchered that name, he could be on his way to... Hjelde could be on his way to Salernitana. I've butchered that name, haven't I? Alex says, Super Chat, frustrating that pre-season right around the corner and no manager and watching other teams making moves. I do think we will have a manager, but I hear what you're saying, Alex. It is so frustrating. Like, we look a bit of a laughing stock right now, if I'm being honest, from the outside looking in. No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, bro. Andrea Russo says, great shout, Scally Chris, but I think he'll be a wanted man if he doesn't stay at Gladbach. Who are we talking about here? This guy here. I would look at 20-year-old right back Joe Scally, stayed over 30 games for Farke at Gladbach. There you go then. Listen, this is something that Andrea no doubt we'll be working on for next week, won't you, bro, if you're still watching. But yeah, Leo Hjelde may be on his way to Salernitana, potentially. I'm not sure. I don't think he's going to... Listen, we do easily get bogged down on if they play for Leeds, they're amazing, they're this, they're that. I'm not sure you'll have longevity in the Prem. You know what I mean? He was a pickup, nice and cheap. We'll probably make an upgrade on him. He was playing at Rotherham, okay, did all well, but we need better than Leo Hjelde long term for me. We're looking at players like Nat Phillips. We need 2 new left backs. You've got Charlie Creswell, Max Fober, etc. I don't see a future for him. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just my opinion, but I've been wrong before. Sometimes I was right, like Bailey Peacock Farrell. I used to get battered for saying he was gash. And then I also said Somerville was gash, and that I proved to be wrong. So it is what it is. But I'm not too sure on Kjeldr if he has that longevity to stay at Leeds United and then go into the Premier League. Right, okay, let's talk about Rodrigo. Let's have a look. Apparently he is in advanced talks with a team over in Qatar, Al Rayyan, according to Elders Market, and this is because Sevilla have been priced out of a transfer deal. That's music to my ears, by the way, because I'm glad that he's not being able to pick him up, because you're going to pick him up for as little as 3.5 million. But obviously, if Rodrigo's demanding big wages, we know that Rodrigo is on around about 100 grand a week at Leeds United. He wants somewhere close to that potentially. Sevilla may not be able to give him that. We know that in the Middle East they will. So I hope, maybe not so for Rodrigo's career, because if he moves out of the top 5 leagues and goes to play in the Middle East, he's not going to get in the Spain squad again. He's only just won it back. So Sevilla's probably best for him career-wise, but if we're thinking about he's coming towards the twilight end of his career, he's twilight of his career, he has family, etc. If he goes to Saudi Arabia, to Qatar in the Middle East, he's going to get back. He's going to get weight, and then he's buzzing. Blackpool FC says, you're not in the EPL. I know, brother. I know. Enjoy the EFL. We've been here before, bro. As have you. You've enjoyed the Premier League. And where are you now? Are you in League One still? Are you in League One still, bro? I don't know. I remember going to Blackpool when that family was... what's that family called? I was going to call them the Ornsteins, but it was Oystons. And I went with Millie and Maisie's mum, and we had to wait outside, and we ended up going in home end. And the pitch was like Blackpool like Blackpool seafront. It was brutal, man. It was brutal. We're going up, he says. We're going up. There you go. I don't mind it, though. It's a nice place, like the Las Vegas of England, isn't it? Yeah, so listen, Rodrigo's move back to Spain for Sevilla may well be off the cards due to him pricing himself out of the deal. I respect you as well, bro. Don't worry about that, man. I respect you as well. I also like... do you remember the Blackpool rap scene? What was it called, man? All them videos. Millie B, Sophie Aspin, Little T. You all remember them. Do you remember? Oh, it's Little T, yo. Millie B, what is it? Sophie, you're such a sket. Do you remember that? BG Media. BG Media. If you don't know about BG Media, you need to check it out. Afghan Dan, exactly. Afghan Dan. Little T, Millie B. It was so funny. And then Will and E used to do the videos, didn't he? It's M to the B, it's me, Millie B. It was class, man. M to the B, it's Millie B. Sophie, you're such a scat. Something like that. They were amazing days. So for me, like, if you don't know about BG Media, make sure you check it out. Everyone knows it. Everyone, look at everyone. That's class, man. Everyone in there. Man of culture. Yeah. If you don't know about BG Media, make sure you check it out. Right, let's move on to the next story, if you like. Again, this is back to Nat Phillips and potential incomings. This is from Nat Phillips. Obviously, Nat Phillips have been linked to, or Leeds United have been linked to Nat Phillips, of course. That was a story that Phil here broke. And apparently Leeds have had a phone call with his agent over 24 grand a week, Premier League star. I mean, if it's anywhere close to 24 grand, snap him up right now. That's cheap as chips. Yorkshire Evening Post says Leeds have had a phone call with the player's agent. There you go. Phillips played 5 times for Liverpool last season, but he is top tier standard. He starred during the 21-20 season in Liverpool's injury crisis, which saw him become a cult hero at Anfield, according to Robbie Fowler. This is when the stuff comes from about him, he'll head his nan, etc. But with 2 years left on his 24 grand a week contract and struggling for game time last season, the Mail says Phillips is keen to go. Phil here writes in The Athletic that Leeds are looking at the defender and Reds want a 10 million fee. I think we'll pick him up. Graham Smith reports on the YEP's website that Leeds have spoken to the agents of a number of players such as Liverpool defender Phillips, who he names. The Whites are yet to make any incomings this summer. So it looks like Nat Phillips could be one of the first through the door. And I think it's very astute signing. I think it's a good deal. He's not garbage, Mr. Amthorpe. I don't think. We'll wait and see, though. We'll wait and see what actually happens with that if it's not for you. We touched on this yesterday. We'll touch on it again right now, of course. A lot of people say, oh, we've not really heard anything. Does this mean he's staying? No, I was having this conversation with Locks, but just because there's no transfer stories out now about certain individuals, the transfer window doesn't shut till the first week in September, I think. If your decent players are still somehow at your football club, best believe transfer deadline day, they're leaving. And there hasn't been much news about this guy until the last 24 hours. It is, of course, Louis Sinisostra. Apparently, AC Milan want him. The thing with Italian football teams, they don't have cash anymore, do they? They're always... it's always looking pretty bleak. Jamie, everyone thought Ryan Brewster was a good player, not just Liverpool fans, but we've seen the proof in the pudding in Nat Phillips, Jamie. He's gone to Bournemouth, he's helped them get promoted. He's been over in Germany, he's helped them get promoted, and he also played in that 2021 season. Ryan Brewster, it was all youth football up to that point, right? So, do you know what I mean? Like, come on. But you're never, ever positive. I've never, ever seen, Jamie, genuinely, you always put up the negative narrative. You always come with the negative narrative. Everyone's always doing better. This person's shit. There's better out there. Give me the reasons. Come with the positives. Come with the solutions, not the problems. And that's just, me having a bit of crack with you. I love you. But come on, man. Give me something. It is. I love Jamie as well, mister. He just comes, man, and just says, nah. Michael says, we're finally owned by an organisation with integrity, and we can't handle it. Running a tight ship with no leaks. Yeah. Yeah, but it's bleak, bro. It's bleak, man. It's tough for me. Do you know what I mean? It's tough for me. It is really tough for me. L to Joe, you're always negative. Me? Or do you mean L? L is, yeah. But listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and it's all different. James Reed. Did you see football against Blackpool never change? Yeah, I remember that, actually. Class. So Sinistera could be going to Italy. I'm not sure they'll have enough money to pay 25 million for him. I mean, I don't think we needed any update on this, but there's an update on it anyway, folks. It is, of course, the news that Helder Costa will not be returning. I don't think we thought he was anyway. Yeah, he's not going to come back to LS11. So, yeah, Helder Costa, if you're opening, he was rubbish. Do you know, actually, no, I'm wrong. He did actually do all right in that first season in the Championship. We forget that. But then when we moved up to the Premier League, apart from Fulham, I think in the first couple of games, he was rubbish. Wolves did his, yeah, with both Barry Douglas and Helder Costa. They knew. But when you have Victor Orta running the shop, there you go. But they knew, didn't they? Right, and just to finally, we've already touched on this. Jamie says, I'm not going to be positive for the sake of it. When you actually see the real issue in things, incompetency is why we're in such a state, which could be true, but you got to have some sort of positives with Nat Phillips, not just write it off, I think. Yeah, of course there is, Sam. 100%. There is a lot of things going on behind the scenes. Definitely, I don't disagree. It's just I want to hear it. Do you know what I mean? Selfishly, yeah. This is just further on the Rodrigo stuff. That talks have broke down. The 32-year-old's agent admitted that the Liga side are a club that will have our interest, and even hinted at a move there in the summer window. This was just June the 22nd. However, journalist over in Spain has now told the press that the deal is off after the Europa League winners weren't able to find an agreement with the Leeds player over personal terms. Best believe he'll want something close to the 100 grand that he left. Rodrigo has a year left on his deal and was reportedly expected to leave Leeds after their relegation. No shit, 3.5 million, but it's been reported that. But this is the thing in it. Even if Rodrigo is still here with on the day of transfer deadline day, he's leaving because he's available for as little as 3.5 million. This is the transfer window, right? Looks like Anana's on his way to Manchester United. What else is any other news? We were linked to him once upon a time, weren't we? Last season, I think. No, we weren't. Different guy. Yeah, look, it's thin on the ground. It is definitely thin on the ground. We'll see if anything else develops between now and this evening. I don't think it's going to. If wrestling's your thing, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a Money in the Bank watch along. So if you want to join me, that'd be great. I'll be watching SmackDown tonight, not live or anything, but yeah. So Money in the Bank tomorrow. I've got the network and that. I think it starts about 8 o'clock. Probably be on for 4 hours, I'd imagine. So if you wanna join us, we'll just have a chat. I was thinking what I might do in the meantime is knock up a little Kahoot as well, so we can have a little we can do a little Kahoot quiz while we're on and all. You know what it's like, man. Why not? Yeah, I'll probably be live for 8 o'clock. Because some of the earlier stuff is not the best. But yeah, listen, Money in the Bank, it's in the UK. Unfortunately, I'm not going. I was going last week, thanks to Jay, but then I just couldn't afford it. It is what it is. Oh, he's here, look. He's here. Here he is, Mr. Chat Beans. I tried to get him on the other night, but he wouldn't have it. But we'll do something soon. I think me and Locks, throughout this season, it's going to be fun, actually. So we'll have to get something... knocked up. Really? Don't do that, man. Please don't do that. Coffee Kingston. No, he's not about in the minute. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know if he's injured, bro. But yeah. Locke says it won't be fun. It wasn't fun last season, but it will be this. HMS pissed the league, he keeps saying. We'll see. Listen, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. And if anything drops between now and this evening, I'll be back. But yeah, it's looking bleak, is what it is. Thanks for joining us, though. Yeah, I love it. You're always showing love, support, etc. There's 500 people here, and you know, it's not really much we can talk about, right? But listen, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. And I will see you later. Peace out, folks.